14 though.
Yeah.
It's at this point is where the grind really becomes a grind.
Okay, here it is.
It's where the men are separated from the boys, or the men with no lives.
Yeah.
And I don't say that to be derogatory in any way. You
It's
really
just
do
true.
have to know life in here to keep ranking. It's just a fact.
Holy
The whole
shit,
system
man.
is designed for you to compete against other players. So naturally, on every server, the time invested is going to scale with how much time other people are investing, which is typically 18 plus hours a day.
18 plus.
As you rank up in
See, I'm only playing
you actually
16.
lose rank in real life with your relationships with your friends, physical fitness, and the ability to talk to girls. But
see, the reason I thought this is actually a good idea is basically what ended up happening. Yeah, I only play 16 hours a day. Izzy's going on vacation, and she's going to go visit like her family, and she's got to go on vacation for a little while. And I figured that while she was gone, I could rank. Like, I could fucking rank, dude. I could log on. What I want to do is I want to spend... I thought about this. Wank. I thought about this, right? Is what I would do is from 12 to 13, I could do a week stream where I play 16 to 18 to 20 hours every single day. I log on in the morning and I rank nonstop. And I make the push from 12 to 13. And I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know. But it's an idea I've had. Because I feel like a lot of times I haven't... I missed a few days of streaming recently. And I feel like I kind of need to make up for it. And I want to stream more. And that's... You would give up after one day? No, I wouldn't. I played all day every single... I play... Literally right now, I'm playing all day every single day. Like, I log on at like 10 in the morning. And I don't log off until like fucking 2 a.m. Or something like that. Like, I basically play all day, all night. And like, if you're talking about streaming days, right? I start at 8 a.m. and then I play until basically 2 a.m. So, yeah, it's 16 hours, exactly. See an Ironforge? 12 to 13 is 2 weeks, dude. Well, I would do the first week off stream and just play that a lot. And then, like, make the second week kind of just, like, solid fucking BGs farming as much as I can. Because I think that I would be able to do it. And it'd be really fucking fun.
It's not the hot pockets, because things are about to get sweaty.
Yeah, I'll have to get my mom
For
to bring me
12,
food.
We have Marshal and General, and this is where you can start working on the upgraded epic version of your PvP
That's
set,
the big dick gear.
starting with the gloves,
That's big
legs,
dick gear.
and boots. And at 13, which is Field Marshal and Warlord, you finish off your set with a helmet, shoulders,
This is
and
what I
chest.
want right here.
And lastly, atop the corpses of 100,000 enemies and thousands of Dorito bags.
Oh,
and
it's
Hot
my room.
Pockets is rank 14. Grand Marshal for the Alliance and High Warlord for the...
I just love this picture, dude. It shows like Grand Marshal. Like, oh, this guy's the Grand Marshal. And he's just surrounded by fucking old Powerade piss bottles, you know, cigarette butts, and Red Bulls and beer. It's like, yeah, guys, I'm the Grand Marshal here. Yeah. It's you? Well, I mean, not quite. I mean, you know, add the Powerade bottles, but get rid of everything else, basically. I don't like drinking Red Bull or, you know, G Fuel. I feel like G Fuel, for example, like, the G stands for gamer, right? I just want to make sure. G Fuel, like, the G stands for gamer? Yeah, it's gamer. I think so. G Spot? No, I guarantee you it doesn't stand for that. You know what the G should stand for? Heart palpitations. Increased blood pressure. Anxiety. You know, those types of things. I don't drink any energy drinks, okay? I like to keep it very, very natural, simple, clear, and pure with Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper only. That's it. No G Fuel. No gamer fuel for me. This is my gamer fuel.
Horde. I would say that your girlfriend would leave you at this point, but come on, this is World of Warcraft. Let's not kid ourselves here.
Yeah, that would be
At this
redundant.
rank, you're able to buy epic
You can't lose a
quality
girlfriend
weapons.
you didn't have.
Of course, insanely powerful, more so early on before the higher end raids are released.
I don't
All in
think the
all,
weapons
from
are
1 to
worth it.
14, you're looking at months of grinding,
Yeah.
getting more and more demanding from rank 12 and onwards,
Yeah.
eventually commanding 18+ hour gameplay sessions.
Yeah,
every
I don't
single
care
day.
about rank 14.
Rank decay, as I said, is a thing. Again, whether you rank or not is dependent on how many contribution points you earned versus other people on your server.
Right.
You'll lose progress if you don't PvP enough,
Right.
or if you earned what is known as a dishonorable kill.
That's some
In the
bullshit.
town hubs throughout the game, there are lower level quest givers and vendors and whatnot, and some of these NPCs will have their nameplates in gray and are labeled as civilians, and will grant you a dishonorable kill when slain, which will have an immediate negative impact on your ranking.
It will fuck your
You don't
ass.
need to wait 1 week to see the result. It happens right on the spot. And
Only-
do know that
There's no way if it's one more week from rank 13. Like from 13 to 14, I bet it's got to be at least like 3 or 4 weeks. And there's no way I can keep up 16-hour game sessions for that long. I mean, I could do it, but it's just simply not worth the time. 3 weeks minimum? Yeah, exactly. So basically, by the time that rank 14 is attainable, BWL will be released. And if BWL is released, I have the Drake Talon Cleaver. I have Ash Condi, primarily Ash Condi. I feel like Ash Condi is not quite as good as the Grand Marshal's Greatsword, but the Grand Marshal's Greatsword is, or Claymore actually, is not that much better. It's just simply not. Like, it's very, very good. So, like, I mean, if you want to look at, like, numbers, for example, Ash Condi, it will be for Flex, though? Yeah, I think so. It shits on it? No, it's obviously Might of Minithil or Boss. BRE is still BIS. Well, and that's the other thing, right? Is that, well, BRE, the reason why people think BRE is BIS, Rick, I don't know, I see you in chat. You might be able to answer this, maybe not. But my understanding is BRE might actually not be BIS anymore because of the private servers, they have the proc chance wrong. I don't know if that's true or not. But I still think, yeah, if BRE is BIS, then getting another weapon is redundant. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's redundant because I already have the best weapon in the game. Why would I get another weapon on top of that? So, proc chances were off. Yeah, BRE's got to drop. I know it's got to drop. But whenever BWL comes out, then we'll probably be clearing MC with, like, pugs and shit. And I can just reserve it for myself. I don't know what the guild wants to do, actually. BRE is all about the AP. Yeah, I know that. Or ARP, sorry. BRE is more BIS than private servers. Really? Too bad BRE never drops. Well, that's the funny thing. Is actually today BRE is going to drop in my raid. And I'm going to roll another 100. It's going to be crazy.
And if you're in a group with someone who kills a civilian,
Yep.
you still get credit for that.
I didn't go to
dishonorable
this
kill,
raid. I want to go to this
even
raid.
if you didn't attack. So, due to this, many players who are ranking will avoid any questing hubs like the Plague and keep their world PvP activities to safe zones, such
Not
as
good.
the Blackrock Mountain,
Not
or
good
Direwolf,
at all.
for instance, where there's no civilians at all.
I'm thinking about getting that trinket
And
or
that's
using
pretty
that.
much the rank 14 PvP system in a nutshell, at the very basic level at least. Again, if you want details with breakpoints and equations and whatnot, check out the link in the description and it'll explain it better than I could.
Holy shit.
Overall,
Dude.
it's an insanely grindy system, so just know what you're getting into.
Holy fucking
Some people
shit,
love it,
man.
and some people hate it. I personally don't care for it.
I like how
and
I like
as
how
someone
Mad
who
Season
loves
shows
just
that
about
clip in every
everything to
video
do with
now.
Classic, as you guys know, I think it rewards time investment more so than it does skill.
So
Which,
obviously.
hey, that's perfect for me, but it's just against
Yeah.
what PvP should be for me. In fact, once Battlegrounds come out and people get their pre-mates ready, you'll notice something called the Q dodging, which was rampant back in the day. Basically,
We do this now all the time in RPGs. Like, even like the two best teams I played before, they Q dodge each other because all they want to do is farm CR. And so they don't even care about actually like playing a match that's difficult. They just dodge each other. Even though it's like, yeah, one of them could win, the other one could win. Even the better team just still wants to dodge the other team because they don't want to take the chance of losing. Like, they'd much rather queue into like a 2100 pug that they're going to roll over in 8 minutes rather than try to go up against another 2500 rank 1 team. Like, we used to do this shit all the time in Cataclysm. It was actually fucking ridiculous, dude. ABN and Balamos, yeah, there you go, man. Are you just going to sit in a login screen all day? I don't know. I'm hoping that it's going to come back up. I expected it to already come back up by now, dude. Because Warsong and no time limit could take hours. Well, yeah, I mean, there is that too, because you don't want to be stuck in a Warsong with like another team. It's not honor efficient to play good games. It's honor efficient to farm nubs at the graveyard while you have a druid run flags. That's just the truth. And, you know, you can dislike that all you want, but that's what the game is.
You join a battleground,
When do you think
and you
8.3
happen
is?
to get
I don't
in
know,
against
honestly.
another pre-made, but they only have one person accept the queue. This person is known as the scout, and if they see that it's a pug, they'll tell their team to join up, and if it's a pre-made, they'll tell their team to re-queue, and the scout will just sit out for a bit. This is done because once you leave a battleground, you get the deserter
This is
debuff.
it's
so
so
if you use the scout
disgusting,
method,
dude.
only one person needs to sit out, and
Yep.
you just cycle who gets to be the scout. As for why this happens, it's all honor per hour.
Yep.
Typically, the honor grinds were either Warsun Gulch
They're so
or
fucking
Arathi
lazy,
Basin.
dude.
You couldn't group queue for Altrek Valley, and even if you could, that had problems with
See, I
honor
thought you were
decay
able to
and
back in the
killing some
day.
players, like I said. With no timer
Oh,
in the
game
Warsun
camp.
Gulch back
It's just
then,
like my old videos.
and AB having a 2,000 resource cap, doing pre-made versus pre-made could end up with super long battles.
Yep.
And relatively
It was
little
bad.
honor for both sides due to that decay. So because of this,
Was
it's
Adam
much
for
more
group queue?
preferable to just queue up against a pug to stop
yeah,
them out
it's so
real
long,
quick
I don't
to
remember.
maintain a high honor per hour.
I thought you could
and
just join with
thus
the whole
rank
raid.
more efficiently. Back in my day, I didn't have a choice because my faction happened to outnumber the horde like 2 to 1.
Yeah.
And this was before Crossrealm Battlegrounds, so our queues were hours long. If we got a queue pop, we had to take it.
Oh, yeah,
and
you just play it no
oftentimes
matter
we'd see the
what,
scout
man.
Queue up and then leave, and then usually the battleground would just end because the game couldn't fill up with enough players in time. There's nothing more frustrating than waiting for a
That's so
match for
sad,
like 3
man.
hours, and then watching that timer roll down because another pre-made didn't want to fight you.
That's so fucking sad. I remember back in the day, like, one of the most annoying things to me is whenever Blizzard wouldn't fill the BGs fast enough. So you'd be playing the game and it'd be like 7 versus 10. And then since it was obviously 7 versus 10, the 7 people in the group were also quitting because they're like, you know what, this fucking sucks. Like, I don't want to sit here and just keep losing. So then I remember there was one fucking game I played and it was like 3 versus 10. And I'm pretty sure the last 3 guys were just bots. And we were farming HKs. And so we just sat there farming HKs for fucking hours. And, you know, eventually we ended up turning the thing in. Yeah, 3 versus 10.
It was a mess, but you couldn't.
Yeah,
really
I
blame
know about
them
the Bellier
because
video,
that's
guys,
how
okay?
The system was designed.
Just relax.
It wasn't designed to reward
Give it a
competitive
rest.
pre-made versus pre-made match. It was designed to reward stomping pugs over and over again. And eventually, it's going to be the same with the re-release, even with Crossrealm Battlegrounds.
Yep.
Plus, in general,
That's
it makes you
true.
compete against your own faction more than the enemy. You don't care about what the enemy faction is doing. You just want your allies to play less, which is just a fundamentally flawed system to begin with.
Yep, that's right.
And it's not even getting into the account sharing aspect, which was also
Oh,
rampant
that's the
back
fun
then.
part.
With classic PvP, it's painfully obvious when someone is account sharing. Everyone has their own kind of strategy and style of playing, and out of nowhere you just see them play completely differently from one day to the other.
Yeah.
It'll certainly be a problem in the re-release, something that Blizzard will have to keep an eye on. But how do you detect people in the same household? People will cheat, you can be sure about that.
I need to get my mom to
So
play
it's
my
just another
account.
one of the many issues of the system, I think.
Like, that's what I
But
should
hey,
do.
I'm not calling for a change or anything.
But, Mom,
It's just the way it was. and
you gotta
therefore,
do
it's
AV
how it
again,
should be
Mom.
recreated.
all
I
night
just
long,
wanna
Mom.
make 100%
Gotta play
sure
AV.
that you guys know how everything really works, and some of the snags that you will run into if you decide to do the grind.
No.
As for the fastest way to farm honor, at the release of this video, we only have world PvP.
Camping
and
flight
honor that
paths.
you get from enemies is split depending on your group
Yeah, camping
size.
flight paths.
Solo,
That's
you
the
can get
secret.
over 100, and in a 40-man raid group, typically it's in the single digits.
It's so bad, man.
It depends on a lot of factors.
It's so fucking
including
bad.
faction balance on your server, but groups of 5 to 10 seem to be the most efficient in
Yeah.
honor farming right now. It's not split too much, and you don't easily get overwhelmed.
I think a group of like 8 is the best.
Keep in mind that the honor that pops up in the tooltip
Oh,
doesn't
stream
take into
snipe. Thank
account
God
the
he killed
decay
that
for
kid.
killing the same player. A lot of people right now are corpse
Yeah.
camping or getting caught up in these giant zergs with the same people
Yep.
fighting over and over
Oh,
again.
dude,
not
I see
realizing
these
that
guys
they're
all the
getting
time. I
zero
hate
honor.
seeing these idiots.
You need an add-on to track what you're actually getting, which at the time this video was made, none working ones exist.
Yeah.
But as for when Battlegrounds are released, like I said, the Warsun Gulch and Arathi Basin are going to be your go-tos.
Yep.
If your team is good and you're stomping a pug, these are the quickest Battlegrounds, and they're fresh players for each round to feed into that meat grinder. Typically, most people stuck with the Warsun Gulch because it's capable of being winnable the fastest. And you also get items called Marks of Honor,
Yep.
3 for winning and 1 for losing, and you can turn these in for bonus honor as well as reputation for the respective
Really? You get
faction.
bonus honor for
So
that? I didn't
Battlegrounds
know
in
that.
general are going to be your go-to for honor farming. World PvP around
Yeah, I
questing
didn't know
hubs
that at
should
all.
generally be avoided due to dishonorable kills. Be wary, because if people know that you're ranking and are competing against you, they can and will try to sabotage you.
Yeah, I
It
don't
was
know
all
how.
too common back then for people to send a non-ranking guildie to join you in World PvP, and if you were dumb enough to invite them, they'd intentionally kill a civilian to dissuade you from continuing the grind. You can maybe
That's
squeeze
so
in some more
fucking
PvP in the
stupid, dude.
Blackrock Mountain between queues,
That's so
but
fucking
it really
stupid.
depends on your queue times, so use your own judgment there. You may also choose to implement the
I
queue
did
dodging
that.
strategy that I mentioned earlier.
You just imagine being like, if like I didn't play the game seriously enough back then with like World PvP to even do that, because I played on a PvE server, honestly. So I never really I thought dishonorable kills were like as bad in like my mind as like saying the N word, like is now. Like it's like you just don't get dishonorable kills. It's like the worst thing that you can possibly do. It was so fucking bad. And I remember back in the day, if I ever saw something that would get me a dishonorable kill, I would get like physically upset. I would be like, fuck, man, I've got to get away from this, man. I cannot get a dishonorable kill. I thought if I got too many of them, I'd get banned or something like that. And I didn't understand the system. I was just, a fucking idiot. Like, I go back, as I said, I go back and I play Classic again, and I read the quests, and the quests just tell you what to do. But back in the day, I'm like, man, how the hell do I get this whirlwind axe? Man, I could never figure this out. What's this sheet of paper? Throw that away. So where do I buy all the stuff? What do I need for the axe? I don't get it. Yeah, where do I do this, man? Didn't even tell me what to do. And, like, I had no idea how to do anything back then. Like, it's crazy to me to play Classic now and see how fucking stupid I was. Like, I mean, really. I was so dumb. It literally just says right there on the quest. It says right there on the quest. Like, how is this hard? You just read the quest and do it. And for some reason, I could never figure that kind of shit. I never figured that kind of shit out.
But hey, if you're grinding honor, it's the fastest way to rank. It's not against TOS as far as I know, so don't hate the player, hate the game. And of course, consumes are going to be game changers.
Yeah.
Remember, this is Classic.
I have a lot of these
it's
already.
a time before everything was hyper-balanced. You can go into these battlegrounds with Flask of Titans, Engineer, Sapper Charges, Vaps, Healing Potions, Mongoose Elixirs, Weapon Stones. They obviously make a huge difference, and the fact of the matter is most successful teams will be the ones willing to invest gold into consumables.
Yeah.
I want to end this video on a couple of...
I'm not really sure if I need consumables because, like, here's what I'm thinking about doing, right? Is I'll use consumables in BGs, but only if I'm going up against other premates. Because other than that, I mean, like, if we're going up against, like, a random pug, like, using a Flask of the Titans, for example, doesn't matter because I'm never going to die to begin with. It's just not going to happen. The guys are going to be terrible. So, if I consumables rank, yeah, well, you'd want to have, like, speed potions if you're the flag carrier. But other than that, just to expedite wins. Wait, cap? Wait, what do you mean cap? Like, that's how it works. You don't need consumables for being AFK. Yeah, I know that, man. Full consuming against other premates will be necessary. Yeah, exactly. Like, I honestly, like... Because shamans can do so much burst damage, I've actually considered buying like maybe 5 or 10 flasks to do BGs against other premates, for like really, really serious runs. And I think that would be, but it's like the only problem with that is that if I use a flask in a BG and I lose the BG, you basically have to delete your character. I mean, that's pretty much how it works. You have to delete your character. And so I'm not sure if I'd really be willing to do that. For 500 gold, a BG? Well, yeah, but it's like the BGs matter a lot, right? If it's on stream, for example, imagine if it's on stream and it's like me against like a bunch of the other like Horde streamers, right? And it's like a fucking grudge match and it's like fucking everybody's on. It's like the third day of BGs. You're goddamn right I'm going to spend fucking 300 gold on consumables for the BG. Fuck yeah, of course.
Fun facts, though, for no real reason other than I thought they were interesting. Number one is, did you know at first you had to keep all of these ranks to continue to use the items?
Yeah, I was dumb as fuck.
Rank 14 weapons, you had to keep rank 14. If you deranked, they would automatically unequip. Luckily, they showed a bit of mercy with that, though.
That's so fucking
changed it
stupid.
pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Before the introduction of the honor system, Blizzard had a special competition where the person with the most kills before the system's release would be rewarded with this ultra rare item called the Contest Winner's Tabard. It's insanely rare to see one in the wild these days.
I've seen one.
They're out there.
Just one.
Also, there's a plan for a rank 15 called City Protector that was scrapped before release.
That, as I said, man, they don't need to scrap City Protector because all of the Alliance get it already. You see City Protectors all over in Ironforge. Every Alliance player on a PvP server has this title.
City Protector that was scrapped before release.
Yeah.
I talked about this before, so I won't go super detailed. But essentially, you're able to receive a special title depending on your race, and you'd also be able to teleport to your race's capital city.
That'd be so badass.
But that's about all I have to say. I hope you have a good understanding of the Rank 14 system now, its rewards, the time commitment, and the good sides and the downsides.
So,
and more importantly, I hope that you found the video interesting or entertaining. Like it if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one.
How long is it going to take for me to get exalted with AV? AV.
Farewell for now, mortal.